It's August 22. Good morning and welcome to the morning news here on TV3. My name is Godwin Asedeba. Coming up this morning. And the Bulletin Board of Media General gives Pakwesi Asare $10,000 for winning the coveted BBC Komla Dumo Award for 2023, becoming the first Ghanaian to win it. Also in the Bulletin, Bank of Ghana, Governor Ernest Addison defends construction of new head office building, but opposition NDC say it will go ahead with protest for his removal. ECOWAS disagreement with military junta in Niger for a 3-year transition period places the regional body in a tight corner. A while later on the international front, Saudi Arabia dismisses Human Rights Watch report detailing systematic killing of hundreds of Ethiopian migrants on the kingdom's border with Yemen. We have details of these and some other stories coming your way shortly. The news on DSTV channel 279. We are also streaming across the world on Facebook at TV3 Ghana. Do join us with your comments. The details now. Media General Board has awarded Pakwesi Asare, winner of the BBC Komla Dumo Award for 2023, a check of $10,000 as an appreciation for bringing honor to the company. The money is also to support his 3 months working experience with the BBC in the United Kingdom. Member of the board, Noko Dia, encouraged him to keep excelling in his chosen career.
What a joy. And what a fantastic moment. Come and give me a hug there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. So this evening we're here because you brought honor to this company, to Ghana. You know, to have won this BBC Komla Dumo Award is just by God's grace. And for the 7 years that you've been in Media General, you've grown into the sort of person who deserves to be given an international award.
Thank you.
So today we're here to say congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm here on behalf of, in fact, the whole of Ghana, saying Ayeko, and we are proud of you. On behalf of Media General, okay, who are, in fact, your family, each one of them are here saying, well done. And as a token, this is to you, Pakwesi, for what you've done, $10,000. And we believe that you come back. This is the beginning of many things to happen in your life. So thank you for bringing honor to Media General and to Ghana. Kente is a symbol of royalty, and it stands for everything in Ghana. Go out there and shine, and remember your roots, that you took that leap into stardom. So keep it up.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. I want to say a big thank you to you also, to the board of directors and to the management of TV3 for reposing so much confidence in me and for giving me the opportunity to be on your airwaves, to be on your platform, and to exhibit my talent in the way that I have. Thanks for the patience. Thanks for allowing me to make the mistakes and to correct them along the way. I thank you very much for this honor.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless you too. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
This indeed is beautiful. Now, August 21, 2023 will go down as a special day in Ghana's journalism history. It could also be described as National Pakwesi Asare Day after my colleague was named the 2023 winner of the award named after Ghanaian legend Komla Dumo. There's more in this report.
Is important to the BBC. It's a testament to the BBC's commitment to support and elevate young journalists from Africa.
It is a feat that has taken 8 years to achieve. One that gives Pakwesi Asare so much joy and validation that second chances do get the loudest applause.
It's surreal, it's unbelievable, but that aside, I think it's an exciting feeling, knowing that I'm the first Ghanaian to win this award after 8 years of being launched by the BBC.
In a 7-year journey at Media General in various capacities, Kwesi Asare has stayed true to what embodies journalism.
We've seen 2 Nigerians, 2 Kenyans, 2 Ugandans, and only last year it was won by a Zambian. And I'm absolutely thrilled that at my second attempt, I have won the award.
He won't be the first to admit that winning the BBC News Komla Award means a lot more is expected of him to lift high the name of Media General and wear the Ghana badge with pride while he walks the streets of London. For his colleagues at Media General, he has been a worthy ambassador and a great example.
It's a big deal for me, Kwesi being a colleague and the first Ghanaian to get this prestigious award.
The determination he brings to work, he calms the actual environment to make sure that everybody brings out his best.
Working under him, I know he's been very thorough. He's one person who ensures that the work gets done.
It's a big inspiration for all of us, and then we hope that he's not only going to be the only Ghanaian who has won, all of us can also win and then continue what he has started.
And for the business, it means even more. First to do it for Ghana since the inception of the awards scheme in 2015.
We as management are encouraged by the fact that the media training and opportunities we provide our reporters have transformed them into world-class journalists.
His historic win has taken both social and traditional media by storm, with congratulatory messages pouring in for him. Kwesi carries along with him from here the expectations of a company leading the way in journalism practice.
Elsewhere, metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies continue to grapple with poor sanitary conditions.
Congratulations to the 2023 recipient of the prestigious BBC News Komla Award, Kwesi Asare.
Away from Kwesi Asare, the Bank of Ghana Governor Ernest Addison has been defending the construction of new head office building, giving out more details on the project at a news conference here in Accra. According to the governor, who however did not give the cost of the project, the central bank is fully aware of its responsibilities and working to ensure it does not exceed the budget set for it.
The government issued an executive instrument to allow the Bank of Ghana acquire that land, and SIC was duly compensated. The bank then began to plan the building of its new head office, taking into consideration the need to ensure that the building meets all the requirements of a modern central bank of international standards, similar to central bank head office buildings in Abuja and Dakar, and includes provision for data centers, currency processing centers, vaults, and other sensitive installations. It is not just a simple, ordinary building. Let me re-emphasize that the bank followed all the necessary public procurement processes in this endeavor. No procurement laws were broken. The decision to commence construction was taken as far back as 2019, when the bank generated profits. Appropriations for the head office were made each year from profits made in 2019, 2020, and 2021. The project has therefore been going on for over 3 years. The DDEP only took place in January 2023. If we were to be taking the decision today, building a legacy head office would not have been a priority. However, this is a project that has been running for 3 years and about 50% complete.
Meanwhile, the minority has been reacting on the back of the story. Let's take a look. Well, they say they have embarked on a protest on Tuesday, September 5. That's when they are going to be embarking on this demonstration, and it is going to be happening on the frontage of the Parliament House, where they will be meeting where they are demanding for the governor and the deputies of directors to step down. The protest will also take place between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. and will commence from the frontage of the Parliament House and end at the premises of the Central Bank. The construction of its new head office has attracted heavy criticisms also from some civil society groups. A group of 7 political parties without representation in Parliament is demanding that the Electoral Commission reconsider its decision to conduct the limited voter registration at only its district offices. The group at a news conference in Accra noted that the Commission's unilateral decision could lead to low participation due to distance, cost and voter suppression.
Civil society members present also opined that to ensure the electoral process is participatory and decentralized, it should include, if not all, then some electoral areas in a cluster form, as done in the past. At least, if the EC cannot do more than 1,005 registration centers, as done in 2019, they should maintain the status quo. The Electoral Commissioners informed us that they have taken our concerns and will get back to us, a phrase we were well accustomed to, and so pushed further for timelines, and they indicated by close of day Monday. Most of us present were therefore taken aback when we only heard that the Electoral Commission has set a date for the registration exercise and will use only their district offices as registration centers. We want to inform the general public that as political actors, we will continue to engage the EC to ensure they adopt a process that will be less burdensome and more convenient to ensure full participation and high success rate of the registration exercise. In any case, Regulation 2, Subsection 2 of the Public Elections Regulations 2016, which is CI 91, as amended, on registration center states that in designating a place as a registration center, the Commission shall take into consideration A, the suitability of the place for use as a polling station on election day, and 2, which is more importantly, the accessibility of the place to prospective applicants for registration. Furthermore, Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana also states that every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purposes of public elections and referenda. We also want to publicly call on the Electoral Commission to rescind their decision and make the process more accessible and painless to enable the average Ghanaian who is eligible to exercise their right and entitlement to be registered as a voter.
Let's do more stories. Leaders from developing countries representing almost half of the world's population, including China and Russia, are today meeting in Johannesburg in South Africa to officially commence the 15th Brics Summit aimed at reinforcing their alliance as a counterweight to the West. The Brics Summit is being hosted by the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and brings together the Prime Minister of India as well as the President of China and Brazil. President of Russia will, however, join the meeting virtually. My colleague Judith Awoche Tando is currently in Johannesburg, South Africa, and joins me for more details on the back of this. Judith, good morning. How is the atmosphere ahead of the summit today?
Right, good morning, Godwin. Basically, there's just security everywhere. You, at this time, find that at least 5 policemen are at each stop and at vantage points here in Sandton in Johannesburg. Now, of course, this is very necessary because we're expecting the heads of states of 5 Brics countries. We're talking about Brazil, we're talking about India, China, and South African presidents. Now, of course, we know that the Russian president will not be there in person, but he's sent word that he would be joining virtually. So currently the atmosphere is quite tense. We cannot just do anything on the streets of Sandton here in Johannesburg. Godwin.
So what should we expect to be the key points of discussions at the summit?
Right. Well, over the next 3 days, some of the world's biggest heads of states, as I've said, will be meeting in one place that's here at Johannesburg to discuss first the advancement of the global economy and a possible shift from the dominance of the US dollar. We have the likes of President of China, Xi Jinping, who plays a major role in the trade between itself and South Africa, as well as many other African countries. Of course, he will be present in this meeting. The BRICS, which is currently made up of 5 powerful countries, would also be discussing an expansion or a possible expansion of BRICS. And so we have word that about 40 countries have expressed interest in joining. And of course, already 22 making formal requests to join BRICS. Now, that brings us to the question as to whether or not Ghana is going to be a part of the countries or is a part of the countries that want to join BRICS. Currently, from what we've seen, Ghana is not part of these countries, but several articles seem to suggest that the country will be doing itself a great disservice if it does not join BRICS. We also have people saying that basically the fact that Ghana needs all forms of infrastructural development and sustainable economic growth to raise the standard of living of Ghanaians to at least a middle class or income status. Many believe that that could be achieved if they decide to participate or join BRICS. And so there are a lot of schools of thought. There's also the people who say that Ghana's relations with other nations, particularly the West, might be the reason it will not want to join BRICS. But they say that such relations will not really or affect her BRICS membership. So as no harm will be done to any nation if Ghana joins the organization. So basically that's what we're expecting here, discussion on expansion as well as the advancement of the global economy. That's aside the US dollar, which has taken dominance in the globe currently. So we're expecting more updates in subsequent bulletins. I'll be bringing you more on what's happening here at the BRICS conference in South Africa.
All right, Judith, thank you very much. Trusted to bring us all the details in subsequent bulletins from South Africa. Away from that, the Elections Committee of the New Patriotic Party is yet to decide on what steps to take should there be a tie during Saturday's special delegates conference. The governing party will this weekend vote to select 5 aspirants to contest the flag bearership slot come November 4.
These flag bearer aspirants are rounding up their campaigns ahead of the maiden special delegates conference. Saturday's exercise is intended to whittle down the 10 candidates vying for the ticket to lead the party to break the 8. After concerns over the voter register for the exercise, 956 special delegates are to take part in the exercise at 17 centers across the country from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Vice Chair of the Elections Committee said all delegates must be present with a copy of their Ghana card.
Voting will take place from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Delegates may be required to present their membership ID, that is the party membership ID, national voters ID, the Ghana card for identification purposes. Honorable Akosua Freeman Osel Parry is a member of the National Executive Committee by the virtue of her being a representative of the patrons at the National Executive Committee. And this gives her the right to vote.
On possibilities in the event of a tie during the elections on Saturday, Chair of the committee had this to say.
When we come to the BRICS, we'll grab.
The party, meanwhile, says it will not countenance vote buying during the electoral process.
With regard to vote buying and that kind of thing, we are very mindful of such challenges in politics. Those who have the Constitution of the Republic will see that political parties can't just operate. All they do must be in accordance with democratic principles. That is a mandatory provision of our Constitution. And we will ensure that that is done.
Let's do international now. Saudi Arabia has dismissed a Human Rights Watch report detailing the systematic killing by border guards of hundreds of Ethiopian migrants on the kingdom's border with Yemen. A Saudi official said the report, based on interviews with survivors, was not reliable. The Human Rights Watch report, titled "The Fight on Us Like Rain," contained graphic testimony from migrants who say they were shot at and sometimes targeted with explosive weapons by Saudi police and soldiers on Yemen's rugged northern border with Saudi Arabia. That is for the news this morning with me, Godwin Asidoa. The show continues with Roland, Na, and Bellamundi. Good morning, guys.
Morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Charlie,
we're good. We're seeing you early in the week. Oh, Judith is not around.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I was trying to remember which days you come on, and I realized. Did you sleep well? You look exhausted. Are you sure?
I ran into him earlier in the makeup room doing his makeup.
Hey, wow. Some foundation and so.
Yeah. Oh, no, I only use powder, I beg.
He did a concealer and the whole
and
thing.
all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't add blush.
No.
And some eyeliner, you know?
Oh, no, I didn't.
The one that you draw all the way up.
That'll be very extreme.
I know. Yeah. Oh, Roland does eyeliner once in a while.
Do you now?
He's confused. Should Ghana join the Brics, though?
Do we qualify? There's a criteria. If you look at the Brics, it also means that we have a number of countries that have put themselves, by way of their development, to be in that position. So we have a number of them as well. So we have Brazil, Russia, India, and then China. Yeah. India, I think by 2025, is supposed to be the most populous country in the world, overtaking China subsequently. You look at the GDP of China, and then India, subsequently look at Russia and even Brazil. Even Ghana will go to take loans from Brazil, right? So
they come and fix our roads.
Yes. And they're big, even though they're a developing nation, an advanced developing nation, just like the others, based on how the West have decided to categorize them. So I'm not sure. Maybe we can form our own kind of economic cooperation countries within Africa. And then maybe you can add some other ones or two